It's that time of the year, BTN Soccer Report. I'm Dan Kelly, next to the legend that is Matt Eliason and Kevin Egan, as Matt does his best work either by Lake Michigan, Lakeside Field, or of course against Messi and friends at Soldier Field. So good to have you with us during this crucial time of the year. Gentlemen, the race is on. What do you think so far about this tight race?
Really a great weekend of soccer in the Big Ten. A lot of great goals, a lot of good decisions going forward, and ultimately we could see a champion crowned by next weekend.
Unbelievable scenes. Absolutely incredible goals, an exciting race in the Big Ten, and it's just exciting this time of year. Can Penn State hold on? Time will tell.
Yeah, of course, it was Creighton and Michigan on the network last Tuesday night. It was a cracker of a match. 12th ranked Blue Jays, Shaka Daly and Elmer Bolowich chatting up old friends, renewing acquaintances prior to the match. It was Wolverines early. Tyler Arnone sends the pass to James Murphy's way, draws the keeper Alex Bolowich out. As Colin McAtee has the open look, but underneath it.
McAtee has to do better. Just fluffs his lines with the left boot. He would have preferred it on the right.
Then it's Zaberly Kali finding a streaking Timo Pitta. And what happened here?
I think he looked ahead too far, should have crossed the ball quicker, and lost his footing here.
Sniper got him. Down goes Pitta. On to the second half. Fabio Pereira off the corner. Hero time, the freshman Lars Eckenrode, first ever collegiate goal.
Just great positioning by the forward. You want to get in back post, beat the defender. You see here, quick move right in there, and then finishes off nicely. Gets
on the wrong side of Lars Eckenrode, does Herbers, and Eckenrode, the freshman, tucks it away.
Michigan out shooting Creighton 18-7 in the match. Then late, Jose Ribas alone in the corner, trying to get something in front of the net, but the experienced keeper there to clutch it, Adam Grinwis. 3 saves for Grinwis and the 11th career shutout. Michigan, the upset win, 1-0, celebrating with the Ultras. And quite a performance. That's a way to turn your season around, and so far it's worked for Michigan.
Yeah, just a great win for them. You know, at home you really want to defend your home field, and I guess coming in with a good team like Creighton, getting that goal and ultimately winning is going to be great for Michigan going forward.
And how about, Matt, the feeling for Lars Eckenrode, scoring his first collegiate goal in such a massive match, an important time?
I actually had a similar experience scoring my first goal in overtime, my second career game at Northwestern. And, you know, really it's just a great time to ultimately get that first goal, celebrate with your team. And, you know, it was a really important goal, which makes it all that more special.
Yeah, defensively, though, from a Creighton standpoint, have to be very disappointed. Herbers was allowed Eckenrode getting the wrong side of him. You can't let that happen. Creighton obviously looking to go back-to-back college cups again, and no doubt Mr. Bolowich, Creighton will be very, very disappointed with his defender.
But you know, Shaka Daly was happy with that win. As we look at other highlights, would the momentum carry for Michigan? Is next up the Badgers from Wisconsin, the Wolverines. Fabio Pereira and Malcolm Willis having a little chat. Michigan seeking its second conference win. A little sloppiness early.
And watch what happens next. James Murphy pounces, and what about that for a finish? He scored a few crackers lately, Murphy, and that's no different. What a finish.
Murphy's team-leading 4th goal of the season. Then unable to clear the ball, Nick Janis. From way out, a surpriser, a cracker, a sizzler by the keeper.
Yeah, this is a dream finish for a striker. I mean, you practice every day, bending it into the upper 90, and, you know, real happy to see that going for him.
7th goal of the season for Janis. Then it's Colin McAtee. Plays the ball to Tyler Arnone, and that's just class, gentlemen.
Just another great strike. I mean, we've seen so many times this year in the Big Ten, you know, wonder goals, and here's another one. I think the goalie was taken off a little bit by the defender trying to clear it, but ultimately goes in the back of the net. Great goal for Michigan.
2nd goal of the season for Tyler Arnone. Michigan wins again, this time in the conference over Wisconsin. Moving on to other action on Sunday. Your alma mater, Northwestern, taking on Ohio State. Ohio State facing its 6th straight opponent who played in the tournament. The early goings, goalkeeper Zach Allen. Then it's Scott Lakin finding Cole Missimo.
Missimo, such a tricky player. Just glides along the surface and nearly gets a lucky goal there.
Then all by his lonesome, Kenny Cunningham. In alone, but right to the keeper, Zach Allen, there to make the save. He stopped 4 on the afternoon.
Yeah, way to step up for Zach Allen. You know, in the absence of Tyler Miller, who's got big shoes to fill, ultimately made a great save there.
And you expect the keeper to be good, too, for Ohio State. It's a team that doesn't score that much. Alex Ivanov clearing the ball off the line, taking a high bounce, almost goes in for the Buckeyes.
Criminal defending from Northwestern. You can't let that ball bounce.
Then Northwestern crossing the ball, misplayed by defenders. But there's Alex Ivanov.
You expect Kalisri to score there. He's been great all year, just unfortunate, but great save by the goalie.
So they end in a scoreless draw, double overtime, not enough to settle that one. Our final action on Sunday, Penn State and Michigan State. Michigan State fans in a frenzy prior to the match. Ryan Thielen sends the ball to the front of the net. Tim Kreutz there finds the netting.
Yeah, just a great goal. I mean, you got to take advantage of set pieces in the Big Ten, and they definitely did that there.
Then in the second half, Owen Griffith
picks the ball up, plays a simple ball inside to Drew Klingenberg, and watch what happens next. Boom! From distance, just a little chip over the goalkeeper. You can do nothing about it, and that's a magic strike.
Chip from 25 yards out. Then it's Ryan Thielen sending the ball. Jay Chapman, a little ahead of the play, offside. As the flag was up, no goal. On to double overtime. Spartan fans still energetic. Jordan Tyler, you expect big things from your game breakers at this point. Mike Robinson, look at this service into the penalty area. And there is the classy finish from Jordan Tyler, the game winner.
Classic striker finish. You want to get in there, and just such an important goal for Penn State, who now sits ahead of the Big Ten.
Matt, we saw some big-time goals. What did you think of some of that action?
Yeah, I mean, you just see a number of goals coming from outside the area, and, you know, that just speaks to the quality in the Big Ten. And, you know, ultimately, we expect to see some of these goals going forward as the Big Ten, you know, or Penn State and Michigan State represent the Big Ten in the NCAA tournament. Yeah,
obviously for me, I think Nick Janis's strike was incredible for Wisconsin. Tyler Arnone's winner. Tyler Arnone from New York, he's such a leader, and he really is the talisman for the Wolverines. But I think the goal of the week for me has to be Klingenberg's strike. It was the fact that he drove on, received the ball near the middle of the park, and just had the aggression to kind of take on the man, drive forward, and then the audacity to have a chip from there. It's just incredible.
The audacity, it's debatable too, because there are so many beautiful goals. We expect more on the network as we'll look at the schedule a little later. But of course, the standings, down the stretch they come, approaching the back stretch in conference play, and we saw Michigan's work. Those 2 wins have gone from second to last, now to second place.
Now, one of the big success stories over the past few weeks has been the Michigan Wolverines and their dramatic late victories. One of the stars for that Wolverine team is now joining us, Adam Grinwis, Between the Sticks. Adam, fantastic win against Creighton first off, and then a marvellous victory over Wisconsin. Let's go back to that Creighton game. What was it like to knock off such a good side?
No, it was an awesome experience. You know, we have a ton of respect for Creighton. I know it was the first time that our programs have played each other. It was awesome to have them in our backyard. Just a great experience, great team performance out of everybody, top to bottom. Really glad to get out with a win.
There seems to be such a great vibe about the Ann Arbor Stadium, and when you guys seem to host the big teams like the likes of Akron, there always seems to be a great buzz about the stadium, doesn't there?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we love our backyard. We always get good fans. I think we average one of the top attendances in the Big Ten, so we love bringing those big teams in, and we always get up for it.
And one of the things that's really stood out for me over the past couple of weeks is the unbelievable goals in the Big Ten. We saw plenty of them again. You were beaten by a great strike, obviously in against the crossbar. But let's go back to James Murphy's strike just a few weeks ago. What was the atmosphere like afterwards when you all went into the locker room?
It was fantastic. We talked about it right after the game. A lot of guys didn't really remember what happened. It was so unbelievable. I think so many people were just in shock. A lot of people didn't even realize that it had gone in, but I was one of the first to celebrate, and then I had to check again to make sure that it actually did go in because it kind of nestled up there in that top corner.
Good stuff. Well, big game this weekend now against the national champions Indiana, an Indiana side that's already lost an unbelievable 9 games. It's incredible. You guys are probably the favourites going into this game. So what kind of threats do Indiana have that you need to watch out for?
Well, Indiana's a great side. Obviously a fantastic program. They have a ton of offensive power. We have so much respect for their coaching staff and all their players. We know that every Big Ten game is a huge game, and Indiana has been in every single game that they've played in, and we have nothing but respect for their program. So we're just looking forward to another great game.
Okay, now finally, I want to ask you a little bit about the gaffer, Xhaka Daly. He's been there, this is his second year in charge now at the helm, and he seems to be doing a great job. You have a really tight-knit group. So what kind of a manager is Xhaka?
Well, he's a fantastic manager. He has the respect of everybody on our team. We love playing for him. You know, he's very intense and he's very structured, and everything that he does has a purpose, and we've all bought in, and I think that's why we're having some success in these early years. He's a great manager, and we're looking forward to a lot of successful years with him.
So what about you personally, to finish up after your college days? Do you want to try and go on and play Major League Soccer, or what kind of goals do you have for after the game of college soccer?
Absolutely, that's been one of my goals since I've been young. Absolutely, I would love to play in MLS. It's a fantastic league, and I would love to continue my soccer career.
Great stuff. Well, Adam Grinwis, you're an absolute gentleman. Thanks for taking the time. Best of luck this weekend against Indiana.
Appreciate it, Kevin. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, what a wonderful week of soccer on BTN, beginning with the national champions. Saturday night fixture hosting the Wolverines. Kevin, 5 straight losses for Indiana. Who's the favorite in this one?
I think, honestly, it's probably Michigan at this point. It's incredible. Indiana has already lost 9 games this season, the national champions. And my question is, as of right now for Indiana, for the likes of Jacob Bouchou, AJ Corrado, Harrison Petts, do you want to be remembered for winning the national championship, or do you want to be remembered for this season? And you need to turn your form around. You need to try and find a way to win some games, because you look at some of the legends that Indiana has had over the years that have won back-to-back national championships. Indiana's big-time players, the senior players, need to really take a hold of this program right now and start to win games, find a way to win games.
Well, Northwestern and Penn State also trying to make it a memorable season as your alma mater. Matt taking on Penn State, a tough place to play. Also Michigan State and Wisconsin, but always a challenge, especially against a re-energized Nittany Lions side.
Yeah, they've been playing great all year. It's a really tough place to go play in Happy Valley, and ultimately Northwestern's going to need to find a way to score. The defense has been great this year. They've really been doing a good job, but with the exception of Joey Calistri, they need to find some other ways to score. Defenses are starting to key in on the fact that, hey, Joey's got 10 goals. Who else can step up for the Wildcats? And I think that's ultimately the question on who's going to win the game.
Matt, you're a natural in the analyst here. Kevin, you always are. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
It's a great week of soccer on the network. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at BTN Soccer Report. Until the next time, good day and good soccer.